basically, I just want to say, so after that tweet, again, that's what I'm saying. This was like the first time, I guess, I've ever pushed the boundary in that sense, where I've posted something provocative like that. Usually I tend to go for a more comedic approach in my YouTube community posts and stuff, or a more like sarcastic approach. But after that tweet, I got a lot of like messages and tweets being like, oh, I thought at least I could bank on you for being like one of the saner ex-Muslims, or the ones that don't, you know, like send out these inflammatory things. Yeah, exactly. And I didn't want to mention him by name because I don't want to give him any extra clout. I think you very well know my feelings about Andrew Tate, so I didn't even want to hashtag his challenge or whatever. But and again, I don't really agree with. So ripping the Quran is one thing. I don't agree with that either way, but burning as well. But I just want to say, like, lately I've been getting a lot of people trying to like tell me which way my narrative should go, or what I should speak about, and how I should talk about it. And like even like doubting Muslims who are kind of, in a way, they're approaching me now to work with me, or to help me understand like more of the fiqh and the classical Arabic side of Islam, but then also saying not to promote women leaving Islam. Whereas I say, well, then we're at complete loggerheads, because I will always encourage women to leave Islam, and that will always be my kind of MO, and that's like the very basis of my channel. So I'm not going to work with people in constraints, and I'm not going to be dictated to in terms of like how far I can push the boundaries with my apostasy and my activism. So far I've been keeping it kind of really like according to my wishes confined, but the more we are provoked from the other side, the more we will react. Like if you keep prodding the bear, we are going to make statements, and we will keep pushing it, because the fact is, as Muslims or as people on the reactionary side of it, you are going to have to digest that. Because what are you going to do? You're going to come after me, you're going to come after Horace. That's already the UK and the Australian authorities alerted. It's probably going to cause a hoo. You can't do that anymore.
It just cannot happen. So, even if they come after us, but even then it just won't end. So the point that I just want to quickly make on that is, as you said, that there are we are also under a lot of pressure. Like, I mean, I didn't take any screenshots. Maybe I could show some screenshots of people asking me, "Oh, should we take part in this Andrew Tate Quran challenge or whatever?" As I said, there's a lot of angry ex-Muslims out there, but we're like your line of defense. If we start going like, "Hey, yeah, let's take it up a notch," it's not going to work well. So instead of provoking us, sit down and give us the respect that we need. Oh, don't respect us. I don't even need that. I mean, I've always said it. We don't deserve a pat on the back from you guys, but don't provoke us.
So even in one of the responses to Javad Hashmi's tweets, like somebody had responded saying, oh, these the one that you were kind of showing, who was trying to give us I guess some leeway to be ourselves and express ourselves, and then kind of threw all of our experiences under the bus by saying that we were traumatized. Yeah, exactly. So in that, he obviously used the word misrepresent, as if we misrepresent Islam time and time again on Twitter, or like, for example, those comments I made with the dog on over the Quran. The 2 points I made sure that if I made 2 points pertaining to Islam, that they were very much factually followed by where I come from, mainstream Sunni Islam, where we follow the Sahih Hadith. And that is very much factually correct. So a lot of the time when you and I, especially, I've seen like most of your tweets, my stuff, when we tweet things and we talk about Islamic concepts, we usually follow up, I mean, even with the actual hadith verse there, like on the screen. This was one of those times when I just let it be, because it's so factually correct in Islam that I don't even need to put it there. And in fact, so many people retweeted and added the hadiths as well, and underlined the very words that you need to see. So it's all out there. So for them to use words like us misrepresent Islam, again, it just seems part and parcel of like this. It's like this part and parcel of like this patronizing act to discredit us, because how in Allah's name is that misrepresenting when it's from the Sahih Sitta, like the complete actual books of what mainstream Sunnis would consider Islam. Like, if you're not a Quranist, so don't act like one when it comes to us saying things that aren't there just to save face in front of the Western world or in public or on social media, or especially if you're Pakistani, because you've got such a complex of what your nation looks like in front of the world that you're trying even harder to save face. It is in the hadith. It's right there. We could plaster it. And I do reply to them, Harris, and I just plaster the hadith there. And then they just get into a huge fight with somebody else and I mute the conversation. Because again, it's like, why would I talk to people like Javed Hashmi? Because they're just intellectually dishonest. You've taken up a position where you've picked a number of cherries, you've made your own little pie, you're ignoring the mainstream, you're trying to peddle a new reform narrative. No one really takes that seriously. If you really ask yourself, if Muhammad came here and tried to listen to your version of Islam, mate, he would slap you in the face and be like, what have you done?
What have you done to my religion?
Exactly. You are like one of those 72 sects or whatever that is going to hell, and like the 3 that would go to whatever the ratio was, I forget.
One's going to go to Jannah. They're going to 73, 72 are going to go to hell. 72, funny number.
Well, Javed Hashmi, one of your sects is those, because it's really not according to his terms and conditions.
If you like my video and would like to support my channel, then you can be my patron by going to patreon.com/xmuslim, or you can simply buy me a coffee.